Donquixote Doflamingo is literally one of the most underrated powerhouses in One Piece. Like, there's no question about it. It's literally there.
It's all there, black and white, clear as crystal.
If you tell me that there is anybody that is more disrespected than Donquixote Doflamingo from a power standpoint, you're wrong. You lose. You lose that argument. Because ever since the end of Dressrosa, people was on the hype of who's stronger. But no one wants to give away, no one wants to hold on to that Dofi love of powerhouse. Ever since fucking Whole Cake Island, and especially Wano Country, there are two specific characters that I'm pretty sure you heard from that has always been brought up in terms of powerhouses that just shit and disrespect my boy Dofi. So what I'm here to do is to pretty much make you all relive everything that Dofi has showed and tell you why Dofi is a lot stronger than what people give him credit for, especially when it comes to these other two characters. So without further ado, oh, and by the way, greetings and bienvenue, welcome to my channel. Make sure that you like, share, subscribe, click the notification bell for further new content. Without further ado, let's get into it.
Hey pal, do you remember me?
Now, let us talk about the boy Dofi. The boy Dofi was something else. To put it simply, the man was a menace. When you think of Doflamingo, you think of menace, you think of evil, you think of swag. Maybe some people argue more swag than Crocodile. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, the fucking JoJo's flamboyant drip that he has, but most importantly, it comes to his powerhousing. When we talk about his powers, he is all around versatile in almost literally every fucking category known to man. This man has strength, he had speed, he had durability, endurance, reflexes, agility, nimbleness. He has all three hakis. One of the very few people with all three hakis. He had a very OP devil fruit, a paramecia devil fruit, the Ito Ito no Mi, which is an all-around jack of all trades of versatility. This man can create string clones. He can manipulate people from afar. He can enclose an entire country and destroy said country with a birdcage. He can also use those strings to fly, Spider-Man, but on a higher level. He can also does internal healing abilities like the stitching, which is not really healing, it's just keeping his body in place, internal organ in place, and so on and so forth. Not to mention, he's literally the first person to show awakening. The man had it all. The man had everything maxed out. Well, quote, maxed out. If you read the manga and you reach up to the anime, you know there are more things to haki specifically that Dofi doesn't have, or maybe he does. Hey, some people like me like to believe that in the time that he's in jail, my man has betrayed him, at least in haki. So when you think of all of that, when you equate everything, his mindset, his determination, his powers, you would think he's like Madara or the Aizen of One Piece. And to some respect, he is. In that respect, he is. So when you think of characters like that and you equate it to that, what brings him down? People would wonder, if you're not a One Piece watcher, or you're not a One Piece like a fanatic, whatever he is, right? If you're not the type of person who just watch One Piece like that, and you hear characters like that, and we're like, damn, this boy got it up. Like, how do you would wonder, how does he lose? How does he get overlooked? Power scaling, portrayals, and undoubtedly wank and overly exaggerated, misguided context. And the two people that represent those type of things, especially when you're talking about Dofi, is Cracker and Jack the Drought. Bruh. Listen, I love Cracker for what he was, and I definitely like Jack. But these niggas on this internet be meat riding these dudes to high heaven.
Hurry up and let me ride it! Hurry up and let me ride it!
It's ridiculous. I get it. Woo. Cracker is one thing. Jack? Fuck, man. Listen. We gonna get to Jack. Jack is Jack. Woo, Jack. But people have been using some statements and has been using miscontext feats that are in the series, plus power scaling, plus statements and all this type of shit to wank these characters up. And I'm not trying to sit there and say that they don't hold weight, but no. Now, what I'm here to tell you is why I think, not even what I think, why I know that this man Dofi is not only on par but above these niggas. Now, here are the rules. No power scaling. I hate power scaling. Power scaling has a little merit here and there, but the reality is power scaling is just a bunch of mental gymnastic and over astronomical leaps of logic of characters that we know we didn't see because it just don't make no reliable sense. And no statements unless if it holds weight with a feat to back it up. So we're gonna go through various lists. We're gonna go through first strength, then durability, then speed, then endurance, then over stamina, and last but not least, devil fruit and versatility. So without further ado, let's get into this. Now, let's go on to strength. How strong are these characters from Dofi, Cracker, and Jack? I'm gonna say it right here and now. Cracker's gonna get shitted on a lot. Because people have overhyped Crackers to so many heights, I've never understood it. Let's get one thing first. This man is not known for his physical prowess. This man is known for his devil fruit ability, and even his devil fruit is nowhere near up to Dofi's power. When it comes to his strength, he has shown very decent things when it comes to his strength, especially when it comes to his swordsmanship. When it comes to his swordsmanship compared to like what he did to Gear 4 Luffy, I will admit it was cool. The problem is that he is not the type of person to fight within short range distance. If you go back and watch the series and you go back and read the anime, sorry, I said watch it.
That's okay, take your time.
Fuck. When you go back and read the manga, this man has been known to be the type of dude like what Law is pretty much. Where Law is not a close range fighter. He's the type of person to fight from range, especially since his devil fruit is able for him to just infinitely create biscuits to fight from a distance. So his strength doesn't come from him, it comes from his devil fruit. His devil fruit is like pretty much him creating these biscuit soldiers that are highly durable and highly resilient and highly very strong compared to the average human. Even one could argue better than crackers. So how does this takes away from Dofi's shit? It's not. Dofi is a better fighter because his ability to fight from close range, far range, and mid range because of his abilities. Not to mention, he is, I argue, a lot more physically stronger because of one specific attack. The King Kong gun. Bruh. This man was fighting this man. Alright. Before we get to the King Kong gun, let's just talk about the fights. When it comes to the fights, Cracker fought Luffy and Nami. Meanwhile, this nigga fucking Dofi was fighting Luffy and fucking Law. And he won. Multiple times he would have won. He actually folded Law. And I know a lot of people want to put out, well, I mean, like, it was Law versus Dofi. It was Law versus Dofi and Fujitora. And one can argue that when Luffy and Law was fighting Dofi, Luffy was like heavily damaged by Bellamy of all people. Listen, I refuse to believe that this nigga would really. Oda's a troll. Oda is a massive troll. There are things you should be taken seriously, and there are also things that you should not be taken seriously. Common sense and context clues. So, when this nigga was able to fight against Law and Dofi, and this man was able to hold his own, even the most versatile devil fruit at the time. Spoilers for anybody who doesn't know the Wano manga. If you know, you know. This dude was able to solo Dofi. He was able to foderize Sanji. He was able to completely tangle with the Admiral. Yeah, not even the Admiral was strong enough to break through those rings. And I'm gonna get to why that's so important later. I'm gonna get to why. So when you compare that versus him versus Cracker versus Luffy and Nami, it's kind of like it doesn't make him look good. It really doesn't make him look good. Reason being simply because of the fact that one, it's Nami, and two, all you need to do was put Super Soaker, was spread a little sprinkles of water on his biscuit soldiers, and he's fodder compared to what Dofi is. And the thing that people keep on saying that he can infinitely create biscuit soldiers. Realistically, if you want to look at it from a technical standpoint, so can Dofi. Dofi can create string clones, and his string clones are actually, I would argue, a lot as durable, if not slightly more. It doesn't have that weakness where you can just pour water on it and it's trash. It doesn't have that. It takes a lot longer. It took a lot longer for people to attack and destroy it. To be fair, that can be like not as big of a deal because Luffy in Gear 2nd and Gear 3rd couldn't do that shit either, so I'm gonna leave it up to that. Not to mention his whole thing. Wait. I'm not even talking about strength. I'm talking about versatilities. Oh my god, I'm so dumb. Listen, let's get to the King Kong gun. The King Kong gun is something that is one of the most controversial things. Is one of the most used to talk about things when it comes to like separating Dofi and Cracker, because people say that, oh well, you know, Dofi didn't take the fucking King Kong gun, but Cracker did. First of all, Cracker didn't take shit. His biscuit soldiers took that shit. Let's keep that a bean. And the word take should not even be in there, because when he did that to the Cracker Biscuits, them shit got folded. Them shit got folded like dominoes. When a weakened, fucked up organ Dofi not only stopped the King Kong gun, it punctured the King Kong gun and it pushed it back. It pushed it back. Think about that real quick. And the reason why that's so impressive is that people say that a weakened Dofi would not win against a Gear 4 Luffy. He would not win against that. When this man, well, it can be true, but this man was able to push back the King Kong gun. It stopped it in its tracks. And fucking Luffy, the way how you know he's so strong, Luffy had to exert more force than what he normally have to put in that King Kong gun for him to able to punch him through the entire island. No fucking shot. So when it comes to strength, no. Just no. I refuse to believe that he is stronger or even physically capable for that matter. Because speed, he doesn't have a lot of speed feet. Especially with Dofi's versatility in his Devil Fruit, speed is wicked for him. Agility is one of his main primates. And when it comes to durability, the man hates pain. The nigga hates pain. So from a durability standpoint and from an endurance standpoint, he sucks dick. He sucks major. He's trash. And his Devil Fruit, we're gonna get to that. But as for Jack, now Jack is the opposite of Cracker. Where Cracker has the versatility out of the two, Jack has the physical. So one could say that Cracker's versatility can match up to, Dofi's, and the same thing where Jack's physical can match up to Dofi's. Because his Devil Fruit is garbage. It's fucking, his versatility is trash. But when it comes to his stamina, I will admit that he has fought Inuarashi and Nekomamushi for 5 days and 5 nights, I presume, I think. But maybe in Sulong form, we don't know. But they took shifts in between day and night, because if you know, the Minks, they took shifts where one side does things in the day and the other side does things in the night. The problem with that is people use that as a feat of like, oh well, these dudes Inuarashi and Nekomamushi they don't have the stamina. I don't think that's ever implied. I think at all. I don't think that was ever implied that they were ever in stamina. From a standpoint of what we've known, it could literally just because of the fact that they respect their principle and they are disciplined enough to do things in the day and in the night because they have shifts. I think it's mainly from a discipline standpoint where they have that much respect in their shifts. To where, okay, we know that as soon as the time drops, it's their time to come in and we need to leave. I think it's more that point than actually a stamina standpoint. So while it is a stamina thing for Jack, and I'm not taking away from Jack. But I think it is more from a disciplinary standpoint where Inuarashi is supposed to be from the day, so he have that much respect, and even when things are heinous, it is still was like, okay, even when things are heinous, It's still the daytime. This is my time. If night comes, even though I hate the fucker, pops up. Nekomamushi pops up. So I don't think that's a solid feat. Another thing they like to use, where as a durability feat, they use the Zunisha, him getting smacked, and I'm talking about hard impact, and him surviving that to that level. Fair. Oh, by the way, from this fair, but it's like, first of all, he never full on survived. He survived it, but it wasn't like he tanked it and he walked away. This man was underneath the bottom of the ocean, just like he was knocked out for a good minute, and he was just sitting there fucking helpless, got bandaged up and everything. And another feat that they like to use before that, I think, was Sengoku and Fujitora versus Jack. Jack tried to pull up against to get Doflamingo, and they got folded. Sorry, he got folded. My bad. He came out in bandages. I was like, okay, we don't know the context of that story. For all we know, because the admirals and the fleet admirals, where I think the fleet admirals is Yonko level, and I think an admiral, well, it depends on how you view an admiral. It could be third commander level, depending on which admiral you're picking, or I think Fujitora is like, I guess, second commander level, if we're gonna look at it from that standpoint, or first commander level. Could be. But I don't think he was ever, like I said, the versatility and the hockey that these two have, I don't think Jack was nowhere compared. People love to say, well, you know, he pulled up, and just because he pulled up, apparently that says a feat. No, we don't know what happened to that fight. For all we know, he got pulled up and got folded massively. He massively got folded. And another one, the most overhyped one, the one that I hear the most, was that Kaido, King of the Beast, said that Joker is weak, but you is strong. Bro, first, there are two things we need to take into consideration. Three things, realistically. Number one, it is more implied he's talking about strength-wise, which I've already condoned that in a strength aspect, he is physically stronger than Dofi. I have no problem putting that on him. Even though there are some nuances to Dofi that I'm gonna get into later, I will admit, for sake purposes, he's physically as strong, if not stronger, than Dofi. So from a physical standpoint, that is simply okay, cool. He can't be talking about versatility, because that's just fucking. This man don't even have a named attack. He doesn't even have a named attack. I don't want to hear it. And number two, Kaido was not at Dressrosa. Kaido does not know what the fuck happened in Dressrosa. It's one of those villain things that people always say that, oh, how is your best man this fucking weak, when the person that is talking to his subordinates like that doesn't even know what the fuck is going on. He wasn't there in Dressrosa. And what makes that even more evident, and what makes that even like better for my argument, was that when he faced up against Law and Luffy, he realized, oh shit, these niggas are not fucking scrubs. Especially Law, before he had his awakening. It is weird for me to believe that Law has developed in strength from where he was, because we've never seen him do any strength things from Dressrosa to Wano. With the exception of Whole Cake Island, he has been piggybacking off of the Straw Hats, so there was not enough screen time for me to believe, and the time standpoint doesn't make much sense where he got training. So it's more implied that before he hit Dressrosa, he was stronger, like he was developing techniques and move and training before he hit Dressrosa. True, But from Dressrosa to Wano, you can't say he got stronger. I hope that makes sense. So whatever he showed in Dressrosa is the thing he used in fucking Wano Country against Kit. Oh my god. Against Kaido. And so the same level of power then is arguably the same level of power now. Arguably. And with Luffy, with the exception of real Haki, is very argued to be the same. Number 3. This man was drunk. I know a lot of people gonna be, I mean, well, you know, he was drunk. Calm your ass down. He was drunk. There's no need to say he was drunk. Can't even argue that shit. So physically speaking, fine. You can argue Jack has it. But my problem is, from a physical standpoint, when people say, I personally believe that Dofi is not that far off in physicals than you think. Arguably speaking. And the reason is because of, well, one of the main reasons, the King Kong gun. I don't give a fuck what no one say. I don't think. You know what? I'm not gonna use that. I'm gonna use Fujitora. He has tangled Fujitora in Dressrosa, although it was a very small tangle, and this man wasn't even strong enough to completely break out of his own fucking his own fucking bird cage. And I feel like, comparable wise, you could argue that the fact that he was able to tussle with an admiral, the same admiral that was on the boat with Jack, you can easily argue that, okay, it's not that far. He still has the strength feats. He still is over Dofi, but I don't think it's that far. And when it comes to speed, this man sucks. When it comes to intelligence, this man sucks. Endurance, he got it. Durability, he got it. Strength, he got it. Now, when it comes to Devil Fruit and versatility. Oh man. Oh my god. Listen. Dude. When it comes to Dofi, he is pinnacle in every he's like Katakuri, but like lower. And whether you want to say, well, I mean, he can infinitely, you know, create biscuit soldiers. His biscuit soldiers are not only not able to fucking handle the fucking King Kong gun, which, mind you, Dofi's attack could. The 60 and holy bullet is something that can not only stop the King Kong gun, it stabbed the King Kong gun and it pushed it back. And with Jack, I don't think Jack's mammoth form is trash. Jack's mammoth form is nowhere near Dofi's level of power in Devil Fruit. He's not even nowhere near Cracker. So Jack overall is getting slatted to the side. Strength-wise, I don't even think he can even break through the fucking birdcage. I don't think so. When people say, oh, he's gonna chunk into oblivion, that's just pure ignorance. This man is too fast. This man has a speed advantage. Not only that, his observation haki is a lot more superb. Have we even seen haki from both Cracker and Jack, observation haki wise? No, we haven't. And when it comes to versatility, the only thing that Cracker can do is just. But not only that, Doflamingo can create his own string clones, and one can argue he can create just as much string clone as he needed because he can infinitely produce strings. He can never run out of strings. It's like, that's not a solid argument. It's really not. And not only that, this man has parasites. Now, with the exception of Jack, This man has parasite, which are strong enough, I would argue, which are strong enough to stop Diamond Jozu. And the reason why that is so good is because Diamond Jozu is arguably as strong, if not maybe stronger. Because the way how I see the White Bear Pirates, at least from 1, 2, and 3, are stronger than the than the Beast Pirates. So this man Marco is stronger than King. Ace, arguably, without a doubt, especially with the new like add-on feats in Wano, is without a doubt is stronger than fucking Queen. And with Jack, Diamond Jozu, I would have to say Diamond Jozu is stronger than Jack. Not only is he stronger than Jack, he's more durable than Jack. You could argue he's a lot more agile than Jack. If you read the Vivre card, I forgot which Vivre card it was, they said that this man Jozu has unparalleled agility, or he just has superb agility. So in an all-around basis, Jack is not beating fucking Jozu by that nature. But Dofi did because he stopped him with Parasite. So one could argue that with Parasite strength, he is stopping Jack the Drought. And if people want to say that, I don't wrong him, because we've seen him did it with a third commander before. It is what it is. Not to mention, this man has an aerial combat advantage. Land, sea, and air. This man has the advantage to do shit on the air, where Cracker does not have any air-based attacks with maybe slashing attacks, but he can easily dodge it with observation hockey. Plus, he's way more agile in both land and air, so it really matter. And Jack is just a sitting fucking duck. Jack is so fucked in many ways. It's unbelievable. Not only that, this man has string clothes. This man has overheat. This man has fucking spider web where he can block attacks. And last but not least, the thing that triumphs them overall, the power of awakening. The power of awakening. This motherfucker can essentially create anything it's not essentially. He can create anything and everything except for living organism into strings. So what good is a biscuit army if all your biscuit army is literally underneath fucking strings? What good is Jack what good is Jack in a general sense when he's gonna do shit as soon as the strings is underneath him, he is essentially fucked. No shot. I don't care. I genuinely don't care. And when it comes to his hockey, listen, his Conqueror's hockey Clash to this day is one of the greatest, with the exception of the Yonkos, even compared to Katakuri. Even though Katakuri looks the most stylistic, or I would argue, this man Dofi was able to project his hockey way beyond the fucking reaches of the island and then some. No shot. So in conclusion, Dofi is without a doubt under fucking rated by a large fucking margin. I get it, portrayal and power clip and all these other stuff, power scaling, whatever, statements the whole way, whatever. But in reality, he's not. They're not. Jack of all people is not. When people try, one of the most dumbest thing I've heard is that, oh well, Jack might be stronger portrayal wise, but in an all around sense, you know what I'm saying, Dofi is better because it's down for the listen. if Dofi is all around a better fighter, a roundabout fighter, the man is fucking better in general. That's the thing I never understood. If you were gonna say that half-ass nonsense where, oh, you know, Dofi is an all-around better fighter, but Jack is better, like he's just stronger. If this man is a better all-around fighter, then he's just better in general compared to Jack. And the same thing goes for Cracker. Cracker does not have near the versatility, and this man's physical sucked ass. And another thing, I forgot about another thing. When people say, oh, well, you know, this man, Dofi couldn't pierce through the hockey. Cracker could. First of all, context. The only reason why Cracker was able to cut through fucking Gear 4 Luffy's Kong gun arm was because the man got caught off fucking guard. The way how these people project on this internet, the way how they explain the whole Cracker cutting Luffy, they made it sound like Cracker was already there, like the actual physically bodied Cracker, and he combated and it just pierced. No. This man thought that the Biscuit Soldier was Cracker. He punched through that shit like it was fodder, and completely he came out of the cracks. Randy Orton this shit, and he cut him when he was caught off guard. And the reason why that shit is inconsistent is because watch his other fights. Watch all the other fights in the manga and the anime, and you realize that same thing never happened. Hold on real quick. Sorry, I had a call there. But in conclusion, with the whole like Dofi can't pierce his head, that is not true. Weaken Dofi with his organs fucked up, pierce through the King Kong gun. Cracker couldn't do that shit. So which one is better? Him catching Luffy off guard when he did the Kong gun and cut him, or Dofi when he's weakened and his organ fucked up, pierced through the King Kong gun? Argue. So in conclusion, Dofi is without a doubt 100%. If you disagree, you're fucking wrong. Underrated. And with all that being said, that is it. Have a nice day. Hey, make sure you once again like, share, subscribe, click the notification bell. See you tomorrow for the One Piece chapter. And with all that being said, peace.